there and welcome to Autzen Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Ducks will kick this away to get us going here. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. And the quarterback dropping back, and he'll lost it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Second down after that previous play. He hands it off from the gun. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this quarterback just is in a zone right now, making great decisions, spreading the ball around, finds the big tight end here for a touchdown to get this game started.
PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And they've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all. And the Ducks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Jimenez. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He makes the grab. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And he's got some open field ahead. Steps out of bounds inside the 10. What a crucial takeaway.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
We go with a direct snap. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Catch is made way down inside the 30. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They'll tackle him at the 27.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he's tackled after the catch.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Here's a target, and it's complete. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch is made down the middle. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 14, Oregon 7.
We've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
I love to see this by this quarterback. Instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And midfield, inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game, to tie the game, is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
And the point after is right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. Running out of time in the pocket. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Touchdown, Oregon. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. You can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Running back with the football. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. And we'll see if they can convert.
Running back has it on the screen now. They make the stop, but not before he gains the 1st down. The screenplay works.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Ohio State. It was a foot race, and he won it. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, doesn't it have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense and the guy that has a chance to win this game? Maybe going back and forth all game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Plus the 40 now. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quick pass, the catch is made. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to him. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
It's a shotgun run call. When they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Jimenez. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The Ducks looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. And the quarterback will just sneak it now. Offense facing second and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on fourth down.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop. And there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
And this time it's complete. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Defense not pressing this time. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to chuck it again. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Trying for a fourth down completion. He'll take a deep shot here. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A full down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking to pass. It's Jimenez. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Here's the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The Ducks are in the red zone.
3:25.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Scanning the field, it's Jimenez. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away.
28.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Pitch to the back. Moving past the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You first open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To the air, it's Jimenez. Quick throw, testing the middle. And he's got it. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
It's an option look. Pitches to the back. In the clear at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And they get the completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And the Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to pass. It's Jimenez. Got space, looking to score. Runs out of bounds near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there.
Oh, so disappointing for this defense. They had the advantage. Good coverage all over the field. It's third down, but they let the quarterback get away, scramble, and pick up the first down. And now it's first.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This is a squib kick. Picked up by one of the up men. He's brought down at the 37 after a strong return.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. That's caught. It's Pede. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Using his legs on the scramble. Gets some space around the 30. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the run here, lets it go. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
It leads to a second down.
Important second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now.
He brought down at the 21-yard line. Third down coming.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Defense is coming after him. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The back's got it. Moves the ball up to the 30.
He's tackled at the 30-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Here's the 2nd down play. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down.
3:25.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 38, Ohio State 31.
Okay, ready? Fire! Lion!
Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Now it's 2nd down here. Dropping back. The team minutes. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Looking to throw yet again. The pocket breaking down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags the quick throw. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid game.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out in the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, what a play by this linebacker. That option play got to the outside. I thought they had a chance on the perimeter, but the speed and the awareness of that linebacker makes a huge play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks like he's going to run it. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Buckeyes will send their punt team onto the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. They've got him down out near the 40.
Chris, good job here on that stop. But remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught in the flat by the running back. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Okay, ready?
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
Jackrabbit. Ready?
And here's the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that 1st down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loses 1. Now, a 4th down.